What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I have some insane news for you guys regarding Splitgate 2. Now, I don't know if the developers behind the scenes are going to release any more extra information, so I highly suggest checking them out on Twitter if they do. But, over the course of these days, they have been releasing a lot of insider information on who is working on this game, and I gotta be real, I am extraordinarily excited. And every single time that these guys put out a tweet, it gets me more and more pumped for the future of Splitgate 2. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, in regards to Splitgate 2, we already knew behind the scenes when they had a little open Q&A that they picked up a lot of talent from games like Call of Duty, Halo, so on and so forth. But we never actually knew who the talent was. They talked the talk, but we never actually got proof of who was being brought on board when it came to the Splitgate 2 universe. Of course, it's still really good talent to see that we are picking up individuals from other games who are, hyper-focusing key aspects that Splitgate 2 will need to prosper in the future. But I still think that a lot of people are curious who is coming on board. Well, ladies and gentlemen, lucky enough for us, they actually went out over on Twitter and showcased exactly who got picked up for the Splitgate 2 project. And let me tell you guys something. We are in for an absolute treat. These guys were not messing around when it came to who they were hiring, picking up, and bringing on board to make sure Splitgate 2 could be a perfect project that will last for years to come. But as you can see right here from the official Splitgate 2 page, we are excited to officially welcome Halo's previous audio director, Sotaro Tojima. Correct me if I mispronounce this. I probably did, knowing me. I mispronounce absolutely everything. But of course, we got introduced to 1047 Games. Tajin's 25-year career includes his role as audio director on the Halo series, as well as audio director for Metal Gear Solid 4. In our mission to deliver the best FPS game in the world, we are thrilled to have Tajin joining our team of industry superstars and to take audio to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, if one game is known for their audio, it is the Halo franchise. Not even just when it comes to the audio of, the rest of the game, just down to the music, the soundtracks. I mean, my goodness, Halo was just perfectly orchestrated across the board. And honestly, this is exactly what this game needs. I say this time and time and time again, and everybody always makes fun of me, and it's fine. Like I said, I share my opinions openly on the internet. I know it's going to come with people roasting me. But audio, as I claim, is very crucial for games. Now, is it the deciding factor if people are going to love a game or hate a game? No, not at all. But does it play a massive role on how attractive the game is? Yes, a huge role. Having good, solid audio across the board is so important for the success of a game in the long run. And the fact that they picked up not just any random developer, that's why I want to really hyper-focus here as well. We're not just picking up any old dev, right? Or just someone who worked on Halo, just some random guy who worked on, we are picking up the previous audio director from the Halo franchise, a top dog, being introduced into Splitgate 2 to work on this project. I am so excited to continue to see the work that these guys have in store for us when it comes to perfecting off the audio within this game. And then second up here, we have another developer that has been talked about on the official Splitgate page. As you can see here, more big talent news. Call of Duty's former animation director, Kwa Lee, I believe is how you pronounce it, is joining 1047 Games to work on Splitgate 2. Kwa oversaw first-person animations on Call of Duty while at Infinity Ward. He also contributed to other iconic titles like Ratchet & Clank, Sunset Overdrive, and the Uncharted series. Qual's industry-leading talent will help us reach our goal of crafting an FPS experience where every movement feels fluid. This is so next level. I don't even know how to put it into words to make sure you guys understand how big this actually is for the overall, Splitgate 2 experience. This individual right here, again, not just any old random developer being picked up off, no. This is a animation director from the top dogs at Infinity Ward. And for those who don't know, Infinity Ward has some of the best animations out of the whole franchise. That is the team. If they were going to find a developer to pick up for animations, that is exactly the direction that they would want to push. Nowhere else. Not Sledgehammer, not Treyarch and not any other team. No, the Infinity Ward team is exactly where they want to hyper-focus into. That is a big play right there, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to be huge for the animations within Splitgate 2. And also, this individual didn't just work on Call of Duty like they said. He was also on Sunset Overdrive, Ratchet and Clank, and Uncharted. And Uncharted, I'll tell you guys right now, I'm very experienced when it comes to the Uncharted franchise. I love that game. All of them. 1, 2, 3. 4 was, it is what it is. I still think 3 was the best. But also, not just for single player, I played it for multiplayer. I love the Uncharted franchise. And let me tell you guys something. The animations in that game were so crispy. So just thinking about the animations between the Uncharted franchise, but also being a part of the Infinity Ward team is massive. And not just being a part of the Infinity Ward team, ladies and gentlemen. Let me actually say something here. You know, a game was always praised for having the best animations? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Although we all have our mixed opinions about this game when it comes to the pacing of what Call of Duty is all about, when it came to the animations, they were some of the most clean animations I've ever witnessed when it came to a Call of Duty game, or any FPS game, if I should, say that as well. I mean, honestly, when I play Battlefield, Halo, any game I've ever touched upon, Modern Warfare 2019 absolutely outshined all of those games. And this individual was the lead animator in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Of course, with other games as well. But in my opinion, that is absurd. Like I said, guys, this is not a game. I know people are probably going to be like, oh, you're hyping this up for absolutely no reason. Oh, why are you getting so excited? This is pointless. This is not pointless, people. This is huge. And again, it's proving that the original developers care about Splitgate. It's not one of those, projects where they randomly pop off a little bit. They see how much, people actually care. They get a big budget and then they, bail on us. No, they are investing in this game. And when you play Splitgate 2, you can see that they have invested in this game. If this game ran as smooth as it did in the alpha that I played, I can't even imagine how crispy this title is going to be when we finally enter the open beta. And when we enter that phase, it's just going to showcase the true talent of these developers that they picked up. I guarantee these devs are not cheap. I guarantee they didn't pick them up for pennies. They probably had to, dish out a decent amount of that budget to make sure that they can hire these developers for a decent amount of time, right? To have them put in a lot of true passion and work into these games. That's nothing to joke around with. And also, I'm happy to see these developers coming on board because, again, the way these franchises are going right now between Halo and COD, they're not looking too hot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the core audience, the core fan base is slowly starting to push away a bit. So it's cool to see the people that used to work on these games, who are passionate about it, but, are no longer sticking through with it, are moving over to another project that more than likely they are very passionate about pushing with. Because again, Splitgate is a unique concept. It's not just some random, formula that is being thrown out there. No, this is a tested formula that a lot of people enjoyed. Again, it's just Splitgate 1 felt too much like a concept. So at the end of the day, the mass majority of people didn't stick around. Splitgate 2 is a perfected version of what this formula is all about. And having these portals is so unique and so fun that I guarantee these developers are having a blast putting it together because it's something that they can develop that is like nothing they've ever done before. You get what I'm saying here? It's so unique that it's not just a copy and paste of another game where it's like, okay, let me just do this again. I've already did this before. Let me do it a second time or a third time or a fourth time. No, this is a brand new concept. All of these ideas and concepts are fresh and unique, and probably, for a lot of these people, exciting. And when you go ahead and play these games, you can see and feel that passion and excitement every step of the way. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to go ahead and showcase to you guys this information I saw over on Twitter because I thought it was really important. And I think a ton of you guys are going to be happy with the news that we shared in today's video. Of course, you guys know I'm going to be wanting to post more Splitgate 2 on this channel, but until it releases, it's hard to talk about certain topics. You know what I'm saying? It's the same situation with X-Defiant, X-Defiant, when it was in beta, I would talk about it every now and then when the developers would come out, but I only just started consistently posting content when, it obviously launched, and I could play it on a day-to-day basis, and other people could play it on a day-to-day basis, and their interest grew. So until that happens, we're just going to have to slowly wait, but I can't tell you guys how excited I am to play the beta and to actually get the full launch of this game in my hands to play it consistently, because I had so much fun with the alpha, and I hope a lot of you guys are willing to give it a shot when, like I said, it goes into beta form. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, got a link to the channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next one. Peace out.